I was just recording my first update for my heavy metal park in like, what, 6 weeks? I got to the end of doing like this style of recording, and then I really wanted to play with the new features because one of the big reasons I haven't been working on this park as much is because we haven't had custom ride music, and that's quintessential to building my heavy metal park. But now we have it. Or do we? Once again, the answer is kind of, it's complicated. Keeping in theme with kind of how the rest of Planet Coaster 2 is compared to Planet Coaster 1, the tooling is more powerful, but arguably trickier. So in Planet Coaster 1, once you had custom audio files dropped in the right folder, if you wanted to use them on the rides, you would just have to plop down a ride, and then go to Customize and change music, and then it would give you an option to use your custom music from your user media folder. However, it doesn't give you that option in Planet Coaster 2, and that was very concerning when I ran into that a second ago while recording my other video. But I quickly figured it out, so I figure I should just make a quick little update on what you have to do to get this working in Planet Coaster 2. Alright, so you got your coaster, but you want to add your own custom music. Doesn't give you the option. What can we do? Well, if we go into Customize and then attach scenery, and then go to speaker, here's how we can do our on-ride audio. So let's just say we want to have this very realistic speaker. What we can then do is go to change track, and now here we've got our user media. So for Windows users, that location is going to be this PC, Documents, Frontier Developments, Planet Coaster 2, and then we've got the user audio, the user media. The user audio is for custom audio. So I'm going to choose my Black Sabbath coaster track. It's going to hit done. But now what I need to do is add a trigger sequence. So I go back to Customize, create trigger sequence, then I'll place a new trigger. Let's do like right around here. Then go into Edit, Add Objects, click the speaker, confirm. Now for this, I'm going to do Activate on Trigger. So now, close that, hit done. So now let's watch what happens if we go to test it. Start the test, see what happens. There's our cool speaker. It's going around the bend. And here's the song starting to play. So like I mentioned, that's definitely more steps than it was in Planet Coaster 1, where they just let you choose the music in this menu right here. But I do kind of like this way because it is realistic, where you have to add the speakers to your train if you want onboard audio. You know, that's kind of realistic. You don't just, not every train has speakers built into it, so if you really want it, you're gonna have to build the speakers in yourself. I haven't done much testing to make sure that it doesn't like keep playing through the station and stuff, but I think I can trigger, I think I'll be able to add triggers to turn that speaker off too, which would be nice. I feel like that could end up being really powerful. But the other thing is, now that it's a triggerable thing, you can be really precise with when the music starts and stops, because that was something I was running into with my heavy metal park in Planet Coaster 1, especially with the Metallica coaster, trying to get the music to start at a certain time so that it was synced up in a way that would sync up with the first lap and the second lap of that coaster. Oh man, it was such a pain because I couldn't really fine-tune when the music started. But since this is a trigger now, you can put it just a little further, like a little further down the track or a little farther back on the track to adjust when it actually starts. Not only that, if you go back into the trigger sequence, you can also change it here with when it starts. Yeah, it's at 0.1 second intervals, which is good. If I can't remember, I think Planet Coaster 1 it might have been 1 second intervals. Maybe I'm wrong. It's hard to remember. I was dealing with that like half a year ago at this point. But just the fact that you can move the trigger back and forth a bit, you can really get precise with that, which is going to make the timing so much easier to do. So yeah, I think that just about covers it. If you learned something today, make sure to unsubscribe, dislike the video, keep it our little secret, make sure nobody finds out about it and that it never ever gets widespread views. And on that note, pun intended, adios amigos.